This video is a guide to the flex tables used in OpenRoads Designer for global edits, review, and other queries. By better understanding the flex tables, you can make edits quickly and efficiently, as well as create report output or hydraulic analysis data efficiently. The flex tables can be found by searching the ribbon, or they're also in drainage and utilities, analysis, flex tables, as well as under the report options. There are tables for other subsurface utilities. However, for drainage, typically you'll be editing the hydraulic analysis tables. Let's take a look at the catch basin table, for example. In here we have a table that has information that will be useful to a drainage designer. You can add columns and remove columns using the edit function. And this way you can customize the information that you need, whether that be for reports or if you need to make global edits. For global edits, it'll edit anything open in the flex table. If this needed to be further defined, for example, two catch basins in particular, you can highlight them using Control and Open on Selection, and then your global edit only affects those two catch basins. Now let's take a look at an example of a global edit. Let's take, for example, I know on this road that the longitudinal slope is 0.5% and the road cross slope is 2% for the entire profile. Well, I can right click and global edit, and I can use set and change it to 2%, and that'll change all of my catch basins in the selection to that. And now let's global edit the longitudinal slope to 0.5%. Now you'll notice not all of these changed. The reason for that is these two are ruled to a terrain, and so you'd have to take off that ruling before you can modify it. So you need to keep in mind that rulings can override your corrections. Let's take, for example, in this section that we got survey data and found out that there's a utility that comes in conflict with all these pipes, and we need to lower it by a foot to avoid that conflict. Well, these pipes are ruled to their respective nodes, and so if I open up the catch basin table, I can global edit the invert, and I can subtract 1 foot, and you'll notice that it's dropped by a foot. You'll also notice that it only dropped by a foot on the catch basins. If I needed to modify everything in here, I would also need to open up a flex table for manholes and end sections. I'll go ahead and add that foot back on. There's also a couple features that can increase the speed of your modifications. One of them is sorting, and you can sort by name, ascending or descending. You can also sort upstream to downstream, and there are a couple systems here, and so it'll sort upstream to downstream for one system and then the other. You can also add columns on the fly by right-clicking Add Column. This will save you time as compared to coming back to edit. You can also freeze a column in case you're trying to view the properties for a specific pipe and there's a lot of columns to review. So I can see the section, diameter type, and mannings for each of these pipes just by moving along. And you can unfreeze as well. You can use the search function to find information quickly, such as a specific item. Just like in Excel, also these can be exported to Excel very easily just by simply highlighting and copying or exporting. And finally, relabeling is much quicker in a flex table. You can find and replace. You can also append or add a prefix, or you can renumber.